Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Evan Aldo here. Hope you guys are doing well. So yeah, here's what we have right now. What's up, Accurate Components Corporation? So yeah, and I hope you guys like. I think we finally figured out thumbnails a little bit a little bit better nowadays. So that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, you look at a lot of coins and they pumped up a bit more. In the last day we're at 101 for Bitcoin, and now you're kind of seeing that potential full recovery up to 103. And what's really nice, a nice break for this, you're getting a green Heikin-Ashi in the weekly on ETH versus Bitcoin, which is huge because we haven't seen that in a while now. It's the first time we've seen it all year. So that could be a good if we change of direction. Still in quantitative tightening, but I mean, you saw this jump when it kind of ended here in 2019. You saw that jump. I mean, it could, I mean, who the hell knows? It could be like this, like May of 2019. If you think it's really like 2019, you would see, I don't know, maybe this situation like that. And then from there, then you really, I'm just curious if it was I don't think this is going to happen, but yeah, then when QT finally ends in July or August now, it's kind of it was like it's favored, then you really come down to it. Who the hell knows? I don't think that's going to happen. I think we may be, kind of bottomed out, especially when you look at the 2 week, I think is decent, and the monthly I think is decent, but who knows? But I think you hopefully can make a higher low here. And, ETH is starting to fight back just a little bit. Others versus Bitcoin. Now, I was kind of giving up hope on this yesterday a little bit, that you're not going to be able to hold, that kind of low or this kind of, low right here from February. But now you bounce back above it all of a sudden. Could be nothing, absolutely could be nothing here, but could be something, you know what I mean? Could be the bottom, who knows? So that's kind of what we're looking at. 66% Bitcoin dominance is what's on a lot of people's minds. It's a big fib level, big area. Can you get there? Yeah, you probably get there. Now, does getting there mean that others versus Bitcoin has to make a lower low? Not necessarily. Probably would, but not necessarily. So yeah, and then you're getting, you're just equivalent, yellow X's to infinity here. Well, actually not too bad in the 6 day, but ETH versus Bitcoin is where you see, a lot of those in the weekly, but now you could be reversing, like I mentioned. And, when you look at, what do I have? That's interesting. Okay, yeah. So, Bitcoin right there, that 101, which is you're approaching a really big area, and now you're already there. Now, can you get up to 120 by, I mean, if you keep rallying, it's tough to say, man. I mean, but if you keep rallying, yeah, I mean, could you be at 120 by, I mean, it kind of is looking now. If you see that cut in July, usually you drop a bit after the first cut in a while or the end of QT. Does it do this and then does it do that? I mean, is that what you could see, or maybe even more? I mean, who knows? That's one possibility. Or it's just, a little bit, you get to that 120K a little bit faster. But I still think you're on that general kind of trajectory here. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And if we look at, in addition to that, oh man, what is it? Well, let's see here. So yeah, let's just look at the news quickly. I mean, so more trade stuff coming. I think it's generally pretty good. Even if the China thing was a little exaggerated, I think it's still pretty good. So yeah. Let's see, nothing really here, but anyway, what's good too, as I was looking at, so a little bit of hope more for some NFTs, 2.5 ETH. So nice to see Mutant Apes worth, $5,000 again. Not very much money, but still making higher lows against ETH. So, it's slowly kind of happening here. And you look at like others, you look at all that type of stuff. It generally looks good here for others versus Bitcoin. And then ApeCoin I was looking at, if you could, break above there, that's kind of like your 3K for ETH, or, if you can get above that, then you're potentially looking at, these highs, 80 cents or something. Nice jump up. Yeah. Potential jump up there. Trying to get that jump up a bit higher here too. Let's see. So yeah, that's what it is right there. And then if we look at, well, just a few of these. I mean, Chainlink was one that I've been long on. And by the way, guys, it took some profits on the ETH long. I may add to that. ETH long that did pretty well. And then if we look at, well, how we can trade this at the moment, and I think more people are going to start tuning in pretty soon because into crypto in general, because when you're hitting that spiral line, but the next kind of big area would be at 2,500. So you still could get a decent run up to there. Now you're probably going to consolidate a bit here. Who knows what'll happen, but I want to hold 2,000. That's pretty good. Now from 1,400 to 2,000, don't mind if I do 50% upward. Not bad, not bad at all. And I think, you see that one more time, you're back up to 2,500, and then your technical target would be at, 3K. So, I mean, when could ETH hit, 3K? Maybe end of July. I mean, if you keep going until that FOMC meeting when they finally cut rates, it could be a trajectory into July. And so it could be. So from where we are right now, this would be a 47% jump for ETH. And let's say Bitcoin goes up to 120. So from where we are right now, it'd be an 18%. So ETH would, I think, outperform Bitcoin by about 100% in that. I don't know if that would be, so you'd be back up to these areas. Is that possible? Yeah, I think it may be, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it may be. Getting back up to these areas that we saw towards the end of 24 are important. That's what's really important for a lot of us. And I think a lot of us will be really excited, including myself. You can get back up to lower 2024 evaluations on ETH versus Bitcoin. That's going to be hella nice, hella important, hella good. You know what I mean? Like that's damn good. That is damn good here. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at. So yeah. And I think we have reasons to be positive. We have reasons to be positive here. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out the pin chat. 10% off your fees for life on BloFin. As always, guys, if you want a free month in Auto Empire VIP Discord, we have been absolutely crushing it. We got a lot of really good people in there. We got Nightshade. We got, let's see, who else do we have in there? Obviously, KMAC. Apologies, this is sometimes my slow mind, but I never can forget KMAC. Great guy, especially for Forex if you guys are into that. A lot of good stuff there. So yeah, I mean, ultimately that's that. I should move my mic over. I know some of you guys say that it's a little bit quiet, but yeah, ultimately, that's what we're looking at there. And check out the Discord, and you get the free month if you deposit at least $100 in BloFin, BYDFI, or buy a Bitcoin conference ticket. I will be at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's coming up in a couple weeks, so really excited for that, man. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of chaos for a few days, but then we got the XRP event after, so that'll be lit. And yeah, let's see here. The Chainlink is good. I like Chainlink here. I think you got a good shot. I mean, a lot of stuff, the trajectory here, guys. A lot of stuff, what I think could happen into July, into that area, back up to these points, which I mean, okay, it's not as good as what you would have wanted, but your all-time high is back here. May, if you can get into the end of the year here, follow that trajectory, that's a lot of money coming in. It's possible. It's possible. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's possible. So that Chainlink right there. I like what I'm seeing overall. And let's just take a look, see at AVAX. And yeah, I mean, thing. I mean, you break upward 32. That's what we're really looking at here. We want that 32. To short the pumps on. I mean, that's not really my thing, man. Yuri, that's not really, to short. You could try. Yeah, there's more scalp. I'm more of a bit of a swinger day trader, a bit more. It depends on the environment. I took a Bitcoin short kind of as insurance. That obviously got stopped out, but it is what it is. So I mean, if you're trying to short right now, I mean, you could, I mean, it's possible you could try to, short some of these pumps. You got your 45-minute, not exactly a bear div, but probably in the 30-minute, you find something somewhere. I don't know if you should enter it now, but you could try something here. I think it's a little bit early though. But yeah, kind of just waiting on some of my swings right now. I mean, my goal is at least 10% a month, hopefully 20, 30, which is usually not that hard to get. But I mean, for those trying to enter so many trades, and there are times where I do enter a lot of trades, but for those trying to enter just so many trades, it's just not, it's just not worth it sometimes. Not saying it won't work, but I'm just saying for like what my goals are, it's not always the best thing to do. So yeah, but crypto.com, as I looked at, I mean, our big goal in a lot of these, just get back up to these highs, get back up to some of these highs here. Crypto.com, yeah, 100% upward. So a lot of potential here for next 2 months, next 3 months probably. It could go into the end of July, and then maybe your summer lull is August. Maybe that summer lull is August, September, and then October, November, December is where you see a lot of shit happen. So yeah, I wanted to look at Dog with Hat maybe even. I wanted to look at Pentoshi's tweet. Nice to see some of their NFTs. I just want to look at CryptoPunks, like the originality of all of it. Yeah, and from that August, let's hold on a second here. Yes, that was the low there about a year ago, a little under a year ago, and then nice recovery from that area. Yeah, 42. You're still kind of at that point, but man, 20 ETH for CryptoPunk. So yeah, and then let's just see here. Let's see how are Pudgy's doing, Pangoos. Oh, is this the coin? Yeah, this is the coin. That's in. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. So Pentoshi's. I don't know if we're gonna get much out of this, but Pentoshi's tweet was not. Let's see. Pentoshi's pretty pessimistic, if you ask me. Keeping it incredibly, take some off the table along the way as alts give relief for about 4 years. Bitcoin has brief periods of outperformance, but not market wide. So yeah, talking about since 21, but doesn't that reverse at some point? That's the thing. So yeah, I mean, I think there's potential here. I would say this is a little bit too pessimistic. I think you're getting to a top relatively soon. So yeah, don't know what that was. Sounds like some type of radio thing. Don't know. TARS. I mean, these are all new, coins no one's ever heard of. I mean, it's not my forte generally, but it could jump up a bit more. I would say something called Griffin is probably a meme coin, right? Griffin, is that it? I don't. UFD. What about UFO, man? I thought the cool kids were into UFO. Yeah, I've heard of this. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough to say. Could jump up. We'll see. There's so many memes. I mean, I could spend all day looking at meme coins. I mean, there's everybody, trying to make their own meme. All that. There's Jail Stool, a poor noise meme. I wonder what happened with that one. Trump's trying to come back. I wanted to we'll look at, I don't know, it's this. It's still on MEXC, yeah, still President that guy. Basically zero, and, what was it? Now I forgot what I wanted to look at quickly. Oh, shoot. What was it? It was something good, too. Oh, yeah, it was Matic. Come on. So trying to fight back here. So yeah, is what it is. Let's look at Matic BTC because I wonder if that's still just So that could have been your bottom, maybe. You know, we'll see what happens here. Still could be a little weak, but Matic really got slaughtered. I know there was people talking about potential of, you know, bottoming out earlier, even back here or back in November with that jump, but not exactly. Maybe this one's a little bit better luck. I'm curious. This is probably one of the few that's still been bleeding against ETH, so you may get a nice jump against ETH relatively soon too. A Bitcoin short set. Well, why do I want to short Bitcoin? Why do you want to short Bitcoin though? I mean, maybe at this, we're not even hitting anything right now. I mean, why do I want to, I mean, linear spiral line? I mean, you could try to do something, yeah, but I mean, it's not, I don't know if there's really enough reason to short right now, man. Like, I'm trying to, I mean, I don't see a strong enough case to short. You're probably going to jump up higher. So yeah. AVAX daily. What's up, Honda man? Been a minute. Hope you guys are doing well. I just looked at AVAX, but I don't think I looked at it on a daily. It looks good, man. I could jump you up to $30, hopefully. A 30% jump or something. You know, could be something there. 47. Man. I just want to look at the triple Q. The Qs, you know. Get the P's and Qs. Reverse head and shoulders, so should be able to keep going. Curious about, so your DXY I think has been improving, which is kind of good, yeah. And that's coming up while the market is coming up, which is good. And then if you look at triple Q versus Dixie, you know, I mean, this is kind of a decent, I mean, there's no exact indicator of buying power, but it's, I think, a decent indication of buying power because, you know, your real estate's kind of been down a little bit. Some things have been down a little bit, inflation or whatever. I know some, I mean, the thing is, like, people are going to say inflation's high for many years from now. I would say people are going to be complaining. Well, I mean, they're always complaining about prices, but people are going to be saying inflation's high until probably 2030, probably the early 2030s, I would say. But is it still high? I mean, it's down, I would say. It's still high, but it's, you know what I mean? It's still like the prices that went up aren't just going to magically go down. Like, that's never going to happen, but, well, very unlikely, but, you know. So, yeah. But we'll keep, you know, generally I think things, you know, oil is a decent indication. I mean, that's down. I think you're kind of in a comfortable place here. And then, yeah, I just want to look at, I just want to see what the odds are currently for, you know, which is how we just had the May meeting. Now we're going to have the June meeting. Powell sounded more hawkish than I thought. So, yeah, I mean, 80% think it's going to be a pause, and if things keep going up, probably going to be another pause. And then July could even be a pause. You know, July could even be a pause. Yeah, it's just funny. Like, it was a 97% chance of like one rate cut, and then you're talking about potentially no rate cuts. But when you get to these points, yeah, like October, then you're looking at more of a decent trajectory of, yeah, more money, you know, injected into the system. So three cuts, I believe. Yeah, 3 cuts are what they're thinking, but maybe it's only 2. But yeah, retracement soon. There's always going to be retracements, man. But I don't know. You know, I wouldn't. Things still look pretty good. I mean, it may not be until 103K. It may not be until 2100 for ETH. You know, you're breaking upward. You're breaking upward. I mean, maybe you retrace back down to 1800 or something. Maybe you hold 2000 for a while. You know, I think ETH's been suppressed for a little bit. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I think ETH has had some suppression. ETH Bitcoin breaking the most important resistance. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, I would say it's pretty, you know, if you could break, you broke above there. So now you don't have much until a little bit higher, which would be really another 5% up or 11% up. So there's potential here. And then, you know, if we can get up to, I think a lot of people, just anything, you know, you just take anything on this. You get up to, I mean, the real big goal would be end of 2024 numbers. Then you erased a lot of pain, hell of a lot of pain. You're up, you know, 100% against a Bitcoin, which was, phenomenal. You know, that's back to life. That is back to life and a half. But we'll see. You know, we'll see if that's possible. Not that it's possible, but we'll see if that happens. It absolutely is possible. So yeah. ETH against total 3. That's a good idea, Marco. Let's take a look at that, actually. Why not ETH versus others, though? We could look at ETH versus total 3, though. We probably should, well, total 3. I mean, normally the way people do this is total 3 minus Tether versus ETH. Okay, so yeah, no, that's made a new all-time high against ETH. That's bad for ETH. And your high time frames are, yeah, not that. Yeah, it kind of would signify maybe you reject from this point. I would guess you would kind of reject from this point, but we'll see. The other one though I want to look at is others versus ETH. That keeps outperforming ETH. So I mean, these are kind of the charts that like are more negative about ETH. But then again, I mean, usually the thing with this is like, yes, like others is going to outperform, like say it does, you know, outperform ETH because there's more volatility, more money going into new innovative stuff. But the majority of altcoins will still underperform ETH. It's picking the right ones and having that diversified portfolio. I don't know. I think this is like a glitch right here in June of 2017. I don't know what the hell happened there, but yeah, I mean, is what it is. So yeah, I'm just trying to think here. Jump up right there. Crypto.com, I think there's potential. I mean, this was more about like the good news coming out with their CEO and all that stuff. But hey, man, hey, anything could happen. If May is the good month that I think it could be, it's possible that we get back. Do you know how many people are going to be so goddamn excited too if we can, you know, because it's just been completely dead. I mean, nobody's cared lately. You know, and shout out to Marco. Been a minute, man. Hope you're doing well. Do I trade Sol ETH? No, I don't trade. Well, I mean, I use that in consideration, but I don't trade. It's more like long term looking at that stuff like Sol versus ETH. Now, very neutral here. Now, where would this would indicate that I did the mapping out from where we are. Generally, you got 2 more months of bullishness based on where we are in fear and greed. So that would be a bullish May and a bullish June based on fear and greed. Maybe it could go into July. We'll see what the hell happens. We'll see what happens. But I would think at minimum should you have 2 more bullish months, at least until that June FOMC. It depends what the hell they end up doing there. I mean, it's possible they cut. Probably won't, but possible, depending on what happens with tariffs. I mean, the thing is, like, let's say May is really good, then June comes down a bit. Yeah, I don't know. What? Yeah. Did I just get logged out or something weird just happened? Oh well. But anyway, I took profits on these ETH long. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out the pinned chat for BloFin. You get 10% off your fees for life on my link. In addition, you get the deposit bonus up to $3,000 on BloFin. So check it out. Check those out if you guys are interested. Breakout's great as well if you don't have as much capital to trade with. During 1 month for Bitcoin rewards. Okay, so you're staking your CRO bags for Bitcoin rewards. I didn't even know you could do that. I stake what I have in CRO as well. I had a lot of it in the year where you lock it up for a year, and some of that's starting to, time goes by fast, but some of that's starting to, become available again. And I got all those rewards, that 10 or even 20%. Kind of feels like a damn Ponzi, but you know, risk is risk. That 20%. on that. And then I think I'm just restaking it into like the flexible. And then, I mean, for in my free DCA course on, evanaldo.com, what I talk about is kind of DCAing out between October and December, or October 1st and January 1st, or December 31st. So that would be kind of the area. So I wouldn't want to lock up anything for a year right now. If you follow the 4-year cycle, I mean, you could argue that's dead, but we'll see. Kind of coming back to live a little bit if we are able to hold kind of where we are for others versus Bitcoin, but who the hell knows? For all I know, this could go down even farther. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think where we are, like in terms of just disinterest in the market and all that, I think we need to come up higher just to get some more interest back. I mean, some people will start to get more excited if we can jump up another, 10% on ETH versus Bitcoin. But really, that's where you got a hell of a lot of people just really excited, and you come up like that 80% or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? That's where it's just incredible. So yeah. Trying to think there. Let's see. I think it's a good moment to take profits on alt and put them into ETH. You might be right. I would say it's good to be diversified. It depends on what alt you're looking at. Like maybe Solana hitting like that big point, rejecting from it, maybe things like that. I mean, you could look at a lot of these evaluations. Yeah, Matt, it depends. Yeah, I mean, that's the $1 million question, Yuri. I mean, it could be the reverse. If you lose, I would say CVO posted that. He's got a better chart. Well, I don't know about a better chart, but a thing that I don't have on my chart, let's say. And shout out to CVO. Let's just look at, he posted something about Bitcoin dominance here. Ooh. Okay. What is this from? Is that a music? I forget what that's from. Anyway, that's ETH. What do you put? Yeah, the elevator target. So that's a lot. Yeah, 3K. That's what I'm looking at. 23100. He's got it's approximately the same thing. Here we go. Losing 64. I think I do have that point. Yeah, it's this right here. I thought it could have been different. Yeah, it's that same point. So losing that point, Yuri, would be where altcoin season gets juicy. So there's a lot of possibilities. Do we just do this and then come up? And then it's I don't know. But what I do think is that also when you finally confirm this bear div that's been getting close to printing on Bitcoin dominance for a long, long time, that's where you may see something go. What's up, Wayne? So yeah. Anything else on the ETH ecosystem? Nero, I don't know what that is. Nero ETH. Doing well, Wayne. But yeah, okay, so let's take a look here. That's Sol ETH right there. I like how Bitcoin dominance, or excuse me, DXY, has shown a little bit of power. That's kind of good for, inflation metrics and all that. So it's just showing the power of the U.S. economy. And then China's economy not doing too well at the moment. So, yeah. Oh, did they announce the first American? Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. First American, yeah. Wow. That's something. I can't believe I'm reading this. I thought it was going to be that Italian guy. Okay, 69 years old, so. Yeah, how old was Francis when he first got in? What, 77 or something? Yeah, older. Let's see, Robert Francis. Okay. Pope Leo. Wait. It's funny how he's got the same. It used to be Pope Francis. Now it's okay. I don't even know what Pope Francis's real name was. I don't even. Pope Leo. Wait, it's funny how he's got the same. It used to be Pope Francis. Now it's okay. I don't even know what Francis' real name was. I don't even. Pope Francis's real name was. I don't even. Pope Francis's real name was. I don't even. Pope Francis's real name was. I don't even. Peru, okay. Did not speak in English. Interesting. I mean, this guy's probably so like, yeah, he would probably speak English, Italian, Spanish, obviously, but he's probably so like Italianized, you know. Did you guys even know this? This just came out, right? When did this? Yeah, this just. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's East. Oh, yeah, this came out like 7 minutes ago. Probably you guys are probably learning about this right now. Let's see, dress. Okay. Oh, did he? What? Oh boy. Okay, this guy's a liberal. That's funny. When did he post this shit? If ever. Okay. Probably so taken out of context, but who knows? Well, it's just, I mean, I don't know. Robert Priva, I just, it never, did anyone even think this guy would have a chance of, he was not in the betting odds. Like it was the Italian guy, then the Filipino, then. There's a lot on him. Well, not a real lot, but, yeah. What is Augustinian? I don't even know what that means, Augustinian. Rule of Saint, interesting. English, Spanish, French. Wow. Definitely a smart guy. I mean, where did he live though? Was he living in Rome or whatever? Like where? Okay, bro. Okay, so they updated this already. I don't even know what. It's pretty crazy, yeah. Just didn't. Let's see, New York Times. Well, they did pick an American. I'm pretty Trump's happy about that, I would say, but it depends what. But he was. I mean, he wasn't even on the list of. If you bet on that, like, let's see. Yeah, he wasn't even. Yeah, it's all changed now, but he wasn't even on the. Yeah, he wasn't even on the. it's crazy. Just trying to find like a source that's like talking about it more. There we go. Well, let's see here. It's probably not gonna, yeah.
Thank you. And this is the moment we saw it just a short time ago. The first ever American Pope who has taken the name Pope Leo the 14th. That's a live look at Vatican City as night has begun to fall there. 8:30
Wow.
p.m. We're going to be right back after a quick break.
I'm in a bunch of trades, man. I'll show you. Look. Oh, well, yeah, I could, okay. Some of these hit, like the ETH one hit first take profit. This one also is, you know, just letting it ride. Link and TRX got some potential, I think. But, yeah. Appreciate you, Wayne, yeah. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, check out the pinned chat in the comments in the chat. Yeah, the pinned chat. We're for BloFin 10% off your fees for life. No KYC, no VPN, as well. And yeah, check that out. And then you get up to a 3K futures bonus for first deposit. So you deposit 30 grand to get 3K. Deposit 10 grand to get 1K. 10%. So there. Similar thing with BitFi as well. So two really good ones. No KYC to use. So yeah, and yeah, that's ultimately that. And yeah, breakout's good, especially for like people who don't have much capital. You could pay like $900 and get 100K to trade with if you know what you're doing. Obviously, then you'll just lose the 900, but better than losing 100K. So check it out, link down below. And Las Vegas, get your ticket now. 10% off my link. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a play. I took profits. This was around my first take profit around 2,000 for ETH. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I may add to it. Create a risk-free trade here, but I think we're gonna keep going. Yeah, this guy would definitely think life sucks. Yeah, yeah. It's another one of these damn people. Which, I mean, there's definitely truth in what he's saying, but like, dude, you look ridiculous. Nobody's gonna hire you. You're better off doing what you do right here, which you probably make as much money just playing the victim card on the internet. But it's true. I mean, there's some truth in what. I don't want to. It's a long. It's a lot to explain here, but Oh, Laura's, that's the no coin. Is she still a no coiner? I guess not a no coiner no more. Maybe not. It's really looking like the Steelers for Aaron Rodgers here. This is John Roberts, right? Yeah, I think that's John Roberts. Yeah, this isn't even. I'm trying to learn about the Pope, man. I'm trying to go on CNN and to talk about the Pope. Here we go. Let's see. Fourth most common name chosen by popes. Didn't he always have the name go by that, though? Oh, wow, 1810. For the longest.
Let's watch Leo the 14th.
Just say something. Guy looks very Italian. He looks like the one that people thought they would pick.
This is the first greetings of the resurrected Christ, the good shepherd who has given up his life for God. And I should also like.
Oh, it wasn't Berkshire down because of Buffett stepping. Yeah, wasn't it? Let's see here. It'll recover. That thing's just a damn index fund. That's not going to affect it too much, but yeah, a little bit here. Let's see. Many people saying that money rotates from and it further alts. However, if the money from Bitcoin start to go out, the Bitcoin will go down, and it should drag the whole market down. Isn't it's a little bit of a tongue twister there. Let me read this again. So yeah, money rotates down for what it doesn't go necessarily from Bitcoin to it's kind of just human psychology. I mean, some of it does go from Bitcoin to eat the alts in those markets, but if Bitcoin starts to go down, then yes, most likely, well, not always, because Bitcoin could go down, but alts could outperform it on the way down. Alts go down less. And you see that generally when they're printing money after QT ends, but you're not there yet. So yeah, it can bring the whole market down as it did during the last drop. So yeah. So yeah, what's up, Johnny M? But yeah. So we got the American Pope, who is probably the even less American than any other Pope, but just kidding. But trying to jump up a bit higher here. Hmm. 103. Yeah, so just trying to jump up for a lot of these, I think there's some potential. Definitely. Kind of as I've been saying, a lot of potential to keep going up. And yeah. Already Richard's trying to make an attempt. And this isn't fun. We kind of already looked at Mutant Ape, but when you look at like that chart for now you're trying to, it could be the bottom for a lot of these, but we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely have to see here. I mean, Bitcoin dominance starting to come down a little bit, but that could be just a fluke. But I kind of, if you lose this point and you confirm that 2-week bear div, then you got something going. You'll probably see alts do something. You probably see them do something. So that's the big thing there. So yeah, But the interesting, I mean, the Pope was he wasn't even in top 5 for what they thought who would be picked. So it just depends on who the Cardinals vote for and all that. But yeah, but yeah, that's just the big thing we want to look at ETH versus Bitcoin. That if we can get that freaking, that 30% jump, that's you're kind of alive, and then you're really alive. You can get back up to 0.03. Then that's like a convincing bottom, almost a convincing bottom if you can get up to like 0.02. But you could reject from there. But that area, that's a convincing bottom. That's the thing. That's a convincing bottom. So yeah. But right now, I mean, for people asking about short, like I don't think there's really a reason to short right now. I mean, I would look maybe here, for your scalp trades and all that, but I wouldn't get too negative, too pessimistic just yet. I think you may have 3K, like CVO was saying, take the elevator up 3K, maybe even by the end of this month, but I think, sometime before August 1st, I would say 3K I'm hoping for ETH. Which is 30% up from where we are right now. And you already jumped 50, which is that's strong. That's good. I mean, damn good. And another 50 could be in the cards. So that's ETH right there. And then that was Mutant Ape Yacht Club. Trying to think what else here. People are crazy if they short right now. It all depends on stop loss and take profit, but I wouldn't short right at the moment. I want to look at. Oh yeah, let's look at coin. I haven't looked at coin in a minute. Okay, so you had your high for then your Where could coin go? Where could this potentially go by end of year? Maybe 600, 3x could definitely be in the cards. Maybe. Yeah. I think coin could be, because no one's really talked about it lately. That could have something brewing. Continuation on Mr. That could get up to 850 by end of year. So if ETH gets up to, well, let's look at it. So I would say that if ETH gets up to 3K, that's about a 48% jump, about a 50% jump. I would assume that ETH would outperform Bitcoin by a lot in that circumstance. Bitcoin could get up to 120 to maybe 125, maybe even 130, something like that. And then ETH would out, and then this would be back up to 0.03, that area. And from where we are right now, oh, okay, 70%. Okay, so no, that would make more sense if, so that would be Bitcoin at 120. Yeah, let's say 118, 120. Bitcoin would be at 118, 120 between some point between the next month to next 3 months, end of summer at the latest, and then ETH would be at 3K if that plays out. And I think it will. I think you got a good shot at that. So yeah. Ooh. Just dislocated my jaw. It's not good. Be okay. So yeah. Anyway. Jump right there. The MicroStrategy try and jump more. More trade deals coming in. Yeah, but yeah, if you just want to make some trades, I mean, this is BidFi right here. Also got an account on BloFin. BloFin might be like the interface might be a little bit better. Check that out. 10% for fees for life with both of those down below. In addition, there is a 10% deposit bonus on BloFin up to 3K. So you deposit 30K, you get 3K back. Only my link for your first deposit. Similar thing on BidFi, but it's capped at a little bit less. And remember, if you guys sign up, deposit at least $100 on either any of the exchanges down below, or to buy a Bitcoin conference ticket, open a support ticket with your email or your UID in the Discord, and I'll give you one free month in there. So yeah, bullish bearish scenario for Bitcoin. Well, I mean, there is no bearish scenario now. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Well, bearish probably would be a rejection from old, this area, and then you'd come back down and hopefully hold that again or come back down less. I mean, it really is more of a, it's still, you still could easily, reject from here and then come into, then do that. It could take longer. So yeah. Then we get the all. Bitcoin goes up first, leads the market. Bitcoin dominance starts to fall off to the people taking profit in the move. Yeah, kind of. That's pretty well explained. David Brumbelow. Shout out to David Brumbelow. Hope you're doing well. So yeah. I mean, that technical target, you got one all the way up at 130. I would think more 120s, more of a psychological barrier than 150, then really 200. If you can get up to 200, I mean, that's a long shot, I think, but 150 is definitely more in the cards. I don't know what GC is. Oh, gold, you mean? Gold is probably going to come down a bit, I would think. Yeah, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say overly bearish, but I think you could see a bit of a pullback up at this level, maybe back down to 2,800 or something. We'll see. So yeah. Just thinking here. Yeah, this is I feel like this is just all nonsense. All the, with the charity, all that to avoid paying taxes, all the, 20-year timeline to give away all of his wealth. Yeah, right. Well, the thing, it's so stupid too, because it's like you're still the you've been always saying this, and you're still the 5th richest person in the world, and then your charity has all this money too. Really, if you factor that in, you're really the richest, probably $1 trillion. So it's kind of a lot of an illusion. Gospel of wealth. Okay. And the gospel of wealth. Maybe he's right. Who knows? Yeah. It's always like, it's such an illusion because he's not really gonna do any. It's nothing that affects his life or any of it. It's the middle class who work hard to make 50 grand or 100 grand or 150 grand a year or 70 grand a year. Those are the ones who are supposed to redistribute, their wealth. Kind of. It's more. It's all a freaking. This is all. Let's see. And all those like vaccines and stuff, they made even more. It's such an illusion. It's like an investment. Yeah, I gave away my money. Really, I invested it and got more of a. It's such a progress. Besides, progress would not be possible without government support. Well, why'd you do all those things to avoid paying taxes then on all your wealth and with your charity and all that loophole? He died rich will not be one of them, yeah. And he owns, yeah, larger private, yeah, all the farmland, yeah, yeah. How about you sell that? All the people basically that are slaves on that land. How about you sell it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, most comments are nonsense, but that's actually true. It's him in China, the whole thing, yeah. Yeah, it's all virtual, so yeah. It's like the thing too with the Warren Buffett going to the McDonald's drive-through. You know what I mean? It's like it's like here, get on my face, you peasant. F you. It's like the Larry David. If you ever saw the episode of Larry David and Curb Your Enthusiasm with Woody Harrelson, when Woody Harrelson plays like this really woke like environmentalist, and then they go to Larry David has to show him that he gets his milk directly from the cow, so he doesn't buy it at the supermarket, which abuses the cow or whatever. So he has to go there, and then Larry David doesn't even want to touch the cow. He's like, oh God. Oh, I got milk here. I can't touch the cow. It's all that. Yeah, it's such an illusion. Sonic? Is it a crypto? You mean Sonic the Hedgehog? It's all yeah. It's mainly trying to improve the public image because it went down so much because, seems like the wife divorced him because of what went on in the Epstein crap. And I mean, he probably was. I mean, it could have been Epstein trying to get more power and blackmail people. I mean, maybe Bill Gates was not, that involved or, doing anything that bad or didn't know about it. But, the wife wasn't too happy. They could have gotten divorced anyway, but, I mean, all the billionaires are kind of all the thing too is like they wouldn't have really be most of them would not have ever become 100 billionaires, if they were really that philanthropic or whatever, So many waves. You're talking about this, the Market Cipher B. Sausage, egg, and cheese, yeah. It's a different Sonic, yeah. At that point, it's not in my forte, man. I just could care less. It's just not really my thing. Who cares about Ave? Not bad. Came down, pretty good. Keep going here, potentially. What was that other Atom I wanted to look at? That's been a downer. Yeah, it's been so bad lately. Maybe that's your bottom. We'll see. But yeah, getting a little jump here. Small orange juice. Dot looks pro. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, it's just been, it's either going to jump up or jump down relatively soon. I mean, I think it's more, Marcus, it's more of a little bit swing longs would probably make more sense here. Dot does look, yeah, some of these could come back to life, yeah. Yeah, let's look at SWE actually. SWE is probably, that pumps so much. I don't know, that may be one where you're probably going to be able to get up to this point and then maybe break through. I mean, it's tough to say. You guys are asking the right questions. I mean, your funding rates are still not bad. They would indicate that we can keep going. First time in a while, more people are long on ETH than Bitcoin. But yeah, I could see this coming back, and then maybe even into June, July, you know. I think we could keep going, potentially. Short squeeze it. Well, when was last time, Wayne? When was last time? 10 years ago? 21? I don't know. Probably more recent. You probably in 23 or something, or 24, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get going. We've been on over an hour. If you guys are interested in the Discord, check out the link down below. If you guys want one free month, if you sign up to BYDFI or BloFin, you bet both 10% off your fees for life on both of those. Nice deposit bonus on both of those, up to 3K. 10% of your first deposit up to 3K on BloFin. And I think it's capped out a little less on BYDFI, but check those out if you're interested. Always remember, if you want the free month in Discord, open a support ticket with your UID or your email. If you open an account, deposit at least $100 on either of those exchanges. In addition, same thing if you bought a Bitcoin conference ticket. So, yeah. Anyway, so I think we got a lot more to go, hopefully. People are still asleep. And ETH to 3,000, hopefully within a few months. This hopefully back up. Bitcoin, ETH versus Bitcoin too. So I think there's a lot of potential things stirring up. We'll see what happens here. Wouldn't get overly bearish just yet. I think we can keep going.